I am an account representative here at the Division of Recycling, and it's my pleasure to introduce all of you to DORIIS, our integrated information system for online reporting for your beverage manufacturer and distributor reports. Also, a first for us is this webinar. So I just wanted to thank all of you for attending this. We really look forward to providing you with great customer service and getting you better ways to actually get your reports to us and look at your account information. So before we begin, I'd like to do a few housekeeping things. First of all, the webinar we have planned for an hour, so we think it will probably take the entire hour. Also, if you have any questions, you'll see on your little toolbar on the right-hand side there's a hand. You can click that hand and type into the chat area if you have any questions. When you type in there, we'll have somebody that'll be answering questions throughout the webinar, and they'll give you the answers throughout there. We aren't going to have any question and answers during the webinar. We just want to keep it rolling and actually show you DORIIS. So what I'd like to do is just talk about what we're going to do today on the agenda. So I'm going to go over the objective of DORIIS for all of you. I'm going to go over completing the PAR form. The PAR form is the portal access request form. Then I'm going to go over the benefits of DORIIS for your company. I'm actually going to demo DORIIS. I'm going to show how to report a beverage manufacturer report. I'm also going to go through amending reports and also reporting a distributor report. Then I'll show you a website. It's our regular website where you can find more information on DORIIS and some of the forms and we're looking to have this webinar actually posted on the website too. And then I'll provide you with contact information for us once we get DORIIS going, if you have any questions after the webinar also. So our objective is to introduce you, our participants, to using DORIIS, actually reporting online, also using DORIIS for account management. We were using the acronym DORIIS for the long name that we put on here. It's the Division of Recycling Integrated Information System. So that's what DORIIS stands for. So when I'm talking about DORIIS, I'm talking about the actual Integrated Information System. So we're utilizing it for your account management, where you can actually export into Excel some of the information. And then we'll also be providing you with tools and training to get you started. So that's what the objective is for today. So what I want to do is just go over the PAR form, the Web Portal Access Request form. This is the form that we'll need to have filled out by the supervisor authorizing each individual user to access DORIIS. Once that user is authorized to use DORIIS, they are going to be able to report and look at information regarding the account. It's also used to set up username and passwords for your company. Username and passwords, just so you know, will be sent out at the end of the week for those that got their PAR forms in by February 27th. Please print clearly on these forms. We are using these forms and the email address to, number one, update your company information and also getting the usernames and passwords set up so if it's print clearly, we can actually get all the spellings and everything correct. We do need the original signatures, the original form sent in to us, and you can send it to the address that's listed at the bottom of the form. So the benefits, what are the benefits for you to use DORIIS? Well, it provides online detailed account statement. It gives you the option to submit your beverage manufacturer and distributor reports online. It actually auto-calculates and validates the amounts of the processing fee amounts and also the CRV amounts. You can also correct and amend your reports online. So it's a great tool for everyone. And so what I'd like to do now is actually show you a demo of DORIIS and basically get you working, show you what the working DORIIS would look like. So this is what you will see when you go to DORIIS, DORIIS.ca.gov. Because you do not have your username and passwords yet, you will not be able to get in yet. But basically, we'll be having on this page we'll be having updated information for you. You'll see help desk information will be sent. This is a mock-up right now. If you actually go to DORIIS.ca.gov, we do have the information updated here. This is a training site so that I can go in and show you exactly what it'll look like. So first of all, we're going to put in the username and password. And then we're going to put in the password, and the passwords are case sensitive. And then we'll hit login. Okay. And this is what will come up if you enter in the information incorrectly. So I did it again. Hold on. Okay. And then it'll get you to this page here. And this page it'll show that you're in the program into DORIIS. You'll click the DORIIS application. And this is going to be the bread and butter of what you're going to be using here with DORIIS. So you'll see in this area you have what I'll be referring to as the tree. It shows that you're a beverage manufacturer, you're a distributor, and if you click on the plus here to expand, you'll see that there's the options that you have under beverage manufacturer. Create a new beverage manufacturer report, amend the beverage manufacturer report, and print payment voucher, and I'll go over the payment voucher. And then here's the distributor information, and it's the same thing. Create a new distributor report, amend prior distributor report, and print payment voucher. So on the PAR forms, there's the area where you're putting in the BM and DS number of what you want access for, and it's referring to this navigator, the tree. If you're a distributor only, then you'll only have access to the distributor information. If you're BM only, you'll only have access to the beverage manufacturer information as far as creating new reports and amending. And then up here on the tabs, we have other tabs. This one will show any missing reports that you have and what periods those are for, so you can quickly look up and see which reports need to be sent in, needs to be entered on DORIIS. And I'm clicking on the My Beverage Manufacturer Reports, and this will show you your beverage manufacturer report. So it shows you the transaction number, the reporting period, how much it was, and when it was actually input. We have another tab for My Distributor Reports, so you can look and see exactly what distributor reports you have. And on here, you can click on Analyze. And what that does, it actually takes you to a place where you can, like I said before, take the information that you have and actually export it into Excel and manipulate the data that you need. So again, this is a training environment. The environment that you'll be using will get that functionality. Clicking on the My Payments tab, this will show what receipt number you have, what was paid for, when we received it, and how much we received. And clicking on the account history, this will show you all the transaction types that you have. It'll show if it's a report or if it's a payment, what the reporting period is, if there, what the due date is for that payment, when we actually received it versus the due date, and how much we received and how much the report was. So what I'd like to do in the interest of time is go through and show you actually reporting. So I'll start with a beverage manufacturer report. So we'll click on the Create New Beverage Manufacturer Report. Okay, and what that does, it'll get you to this screen here where it'll give you your BMID number, your company name, and the address. Then what you'll do is you'll choose which year you would like to report for. So I'm going to choose 2008. And you can report for August 2008. Now, this will be, if you are a monthly reporter, you'll be selecting from the first day of the month to the last day of the same month. If you're an annual reporter, you'll be you can do multi-month reports. The system will tell you if you are a if you are a annual reporter versus a monthly reporter. So here you'll be clicking nothing to report if you have nothing to report for that payment period. Then you select the drop-down menu here, and you'll click the container type that you are reporting for, and you'll enter the container count. And you'll see that it doesn't go into the unit fee and then the calculation because it auto-calculates. If you have another container type, you'll just click add another row and add that container type, enter in the container count, and once you're done entering the container count and container types, hit calculate. And you'll see that it actually auto-calculates. It enters in the processing fee for each container type, and it also depends on what year, because the processing fee actually changes each year. So you don't have to remember which year and which processing fee was supposed to go into that year if you're doing back reporting. everything is automatically in the system and automatically calculates for you. So once you're done and you want to submit your report, you'll click I agree here, and this section is the same section that's on the paper reports. And this is what we really wanted to do with DORIIS, is actually take the paper reports and just move it onto online and have it easier for you. So with the PAR forms, we have the authorized signatures on there. So we use those signatures to be able to just click the I agree button, and it tells the date that it's submitted, and you click submit, and it comes to a review page. So you'll see here you can review if your period is correct. It'll show which period you're reporting through, and the container types and the container counts. It'll also show when submitted and who it was submitted by. So each individual person has their own individual username and password. And all the PAR forms have to be for each individual person. If you find that you do have an error here and you need to correct it, you can hit Edit Report, and it'll go back to the previous page where you can update, change the material types, hit Calculate, and you see it automatically change the unit fee and the total due, and the button is pressed, so you can, the I agree button is clicked, so you can hit Submit. Again, it goes through the review page to review everything, and then once you hit Continue Submission, it gives you a transaction number, and that shows that it's actually been submitted to us. So once you get to this page, you can click on a Printable Page, and it'll get you a page that you can actually print out and have a physical copy for your records if you need to do that. So you'll see here it opens up in another screen to make it easier for you to print. And then once you're done there, you click on Create Payment Voucher. And this is a voucher because of the fact that you're not actually paying online. You'll still be sending in your checks to us. And here it has your account number, your participant name, and your total account balance. So what we've done with DORIIS now is that you have a total account balance. When you print out your payment voucher, it'll actually show the total balance for your company. And what we're doing with the payments is we're applying your payments to your account balance. So it isn't based on each individual report, it's based on your account balance. So what that does is actually helps cutting down on any interest that may be due. If there's overpayments or underpayments, the credits are automatically applied to your account to keep it a lot cleaner. So when you send in your payments, send in the payment voucher to the address that's listed on the payment voucher. And again, you can click on a printable page to make it easier to print and send in with your check. So that's a beverage manufacturer report. So let's go back and it'll take you to the application. So I'll click on the application. And let's create a distributor report. So we're going to be creating a new distributor report. And again, like the beverage manufacturer report, your distributor report has your distributor ID number, your DS ID, your company name, address, again, the reporting year that you're going to be reporting for, and then selecting the month. And it's always, again, the first day of the month to the last day of the month. And if you have nothing to report, you'll just click the Nothing to Report button and then hit I agree and the Submit button. So for us, we're actually going to report for ABC Soda Factory for August of 2008. So again, you'll be choosing your material types from the drop-down screen, entering the container counts. If you have any additional containers, you'll be adding the container row. And again, just like the paper reports that you've been filling out, we have it set up the same way, where the top area is for containers that are under 24 ounce, and the bottom section is for 24 ounce and larger containers. So you'll be entering in the container count. If you have 24 ounce or larger, and we have additional containers types. Then once we're done entering everything, hit calculate. And you see it automatically puts in the CRV rate and calculates it out here for the total. Again, here you'll see that it's the 5 cents and 10 cents, and it calculates here. You have your total amount, you have your admin fee, and it automatically calculates. So it automatically calculates the admin fee depending upon the year, because the admin fee actually changes in some years, and calculates the CRV total due for you. So once you're ready to submit, you click I agree and hit submit. And it looks like you've already submitted a report for this month. So the system will tell you if you have reported or not for a certain month. So it has a lot of checks and balances built into the system. So once you hit submit, you'll see that it goes to the review page. And again, you can tell if it's the review page if you do not have a transaction number. So it shows your DS distributor ID, your company name, what period you're reporting through, and also you can enter in if you're reporting for any refillables. You've got your container counts, the container types, the amount of CRV due, the complete total, minus the admin fee, and then your total CRV due with the total minus the admin fee, when it was submitted, and by who it was submitted. And again, if there's any errors that need to be corrected that you see from this page, you can hit Edit Report and go back and change them. We're going to continue the submission. And you'll see that you have a transaction number here. So that shows that you've actually submitted your report through DORIIS. And again, there's a printable page if you want to print this out for your records. And then you'll click on Create Payment Voucher, which this will actually have your total account balance. So I would recommend if you are reporting for both your beverage manufacturer and your distributor at the same time, that you would print out one payment voucher after you have actually reported everything, because this again shows your total account balance. Okay, so now I'm going to show amending a report. And I'll just amend the distributor report. You'll see when you click on Amend Report, it actually shows you the reports that were submitted and what are available for amendment. And you can see the amounts of the report. So if you're not able to remember exactly which reporting period it was for, you can actually look at the total and find it that way. So I'm going to click on the May report. And you'll see when you click on that, a lot of the areas are grayed out. So you're not going to be changing the reporting year or the reporting period that you're reporting for, and you're not going to be entering in the original container counts. It looks like this was a nothing to report. So we're going to make an actual report. So I unclick nothing to report, and it opens up the container types. So you'll be able to enter in the new container count and hit calculate. And it'll show you the difference. So each of these amended reports will show you the actual amount that's on that individual report. It's not going to show you any differences between the two reports. It's just like if you were doing an amendment with your regular forms. This is going to be the report that's going to be in the system. Any overages or credits that you have will be shown on your account, your online statement for your account. So click submit, and again, just like if you were submitting a report, it's a review page. Continue the submission, and you can see again there's your transaction number, so your report is actually submitted into DORIIS. So I'm going to go back and do an amendment real quick for a beverage manufacturer. And we'll select the January report here. So you'll see again that the reporting year and the months are grayed out. Here are the container types that you have, the original container counts, and then here is where you would adjust. So for instance, I only had 500 PET, and the other 500 I found were HDPE. So I needed to add another row, add the container type, and then I'd add the container count there. Hit calculate. And you'll see that it shows the net difference in the container count. If for instance, you showed that you didn't have any glass and you weren't reporting any glass, you would put it in 0 and hit calculate. And then it would show the difference between your container counts. Hit I agree and submit. And again, it goes to the review page, and it shows the container types and the container counts. The amount that's on the report, again, it's just for that individual report. If you need to edit it, you click Edit, Continue Submission, and then that gives you your transaction number to show you that it has been submitted into DORIIS. So that was a quick demo and introduction into DORIIS. And again, you will be getting your username and passwords coming up at the end of the week for those that have got submitted their PAR forms by February 27th. So additional information that you can get from us, you can find at our website at www.conservation.ca.gov. On there, after this webinar, and by next week, we should have, actually we're working on getting the license for the online tutorial and able to put it online for you. So we have it created, but we're just waiting for the final pieces to come together to actually post it to show you kind of like what I showed you today, but at your leisure you can go back and watch the online tutorial. We'll also have a user manual for DORIIS up on our website, and the PAR form is located on the website. With DORIIS, I don't know if I mentioned this, we are no longer going to be printing the DR3 and DR4 forms. So if you are, if you do need to get DR3 and DR4 forms, then you'll need to go to our website. So if you haven't been to our website before, we're going to be utilizing the website a lot more to keep you informed, have you access to get forms and training and that sort of thing. So more of a interaction through our website. So you'll go to www.conservation.ca.gov and click on the beverage container recycling. Click on distributors, manufacturers, and retailers, and click on it again. And the page that will really be important for you is the Informational Resources. So click on that. And here is where we're going to be, after DORIIS goes live on Monday, we're going to be posting the paper DR3 and DR4 forms. We're also going to have the tutorial online. We'll also have this webinar posted if you need to go back and look at that. The other site that we have, and I'll go back two, is at DORIIS. If you click on the DORIIS link, this will give you information specific to DORIIS. So click on the DORIIS Beverage Manufacturers and Distributors. And then here is the information that we'll have for you specifically regarding DORIIS. So you can see right here is the portal access request form. So if you click on that, it will actually open up and it has the PAR form here to complete and fill out and send back to us. So again, we're trying to make this more interactive with you and having a really good site for you to go to and get information from us. The other thing is the help desk. On Monday, once DORIIS goes live, we will have help desk set up for you by calling 1-800-RECYCLE. So, contact information for us. Again, the DORIIS help desk, which will be available on Monday. You can call 1-800-RECYCLE, and you can actually just call 1-800-RECYCLE if you have any other questions. The help desk will be an option that you can choose through the 1-800-RECYCLE, but you can call the 1-800-RECYCLE number and we can answer any questions you have. Also, you can contact your account representative directly, and they can help you out. If you do have DORIIS related, once Monday comes and you do have some problems relating to DORIIS, I'd ask you to actually call the DORIIS help desk. And to the 1-800-RECYCLE. The website to access the portal, and what I mean by portal is where you're going to be entering in your username and password, is at doris.ca.gov. There's no www in front of it. It's just doris.ca.gov. So that's basically the introduction to DORIS for you, our participants. We'll be getting, again, your username and passwords out to you by the end of the week, with DORIS going live on Monday. If you do have any questions for us, in the meantime, please contact us by our email address here at dorclientservices@conservation.ca.gov. Again, after this webinar, we'll have the PowerPoint up on the website, along with this webinar. So I really thank you all for joining us here today, and I look forward for you using DORIS and having your reports online and getting it to us in a fast, easy way. Also, you'll be able to really look at your account information, and it's going to really help you have more control over your account and know exactly what's going on with your account. So thank you very much, and look forward to having you use DORIS. Thank you.